with Rcare Overseas Education, and today in this video we're gonna see the tips which is very important for the Schreiben, and I feel these 5 tips are important while writing down the Schreiben. And since Sulekha is teaching since more than 2.5 years and she's always behind her, ma'am, ये A1 वाली गलती कैसे कर सकते हो? So this is a sentence which she always come up and say कि मैम Schreiben नहीं आ रहा. And most important part कि अगर Schreiben अच्छा नहीं है तो expression नहीं हो पाता. Please make sure your Schreiben should be really good. And believe me, Schreiben बहुत आसान है. I've seen the students scoring full also in Schreiben. अभी there was one student for Ausbildung. He scored full in B2. पूरा Schreiben. But he was very confident कि बाकी का तो निकाल ही लूँगा क्योंकि Schreiben निकल गया. But anyways, let's start with the tips. And Sulekha, before starting with the tips, can you please give your introduction?
Alright, my name is Sulekha Rai and I've cleared my C1 level, and I'm going to give you tips for clearing B1 level Schreiben. And I would say that it's not as difficult as people think it is, but it's not that easy as well, like A1 and A2 level. But with I guess proper hard work, time management and proper practice, of course you can clear B1 level Schreiben easily.
Okay, so let's start with the format. So I think that you should know the format first. So before appearing for the paper, please make sure that the format you should understand the format, and most importantly, when you write down the Schreiben, because I've seen the students practicing the Schreiben they're doing it, but they're not doing it with the format. So I have one example in my batch itself. He didn't clear up the paper, and remember he came to us and said कि मैम मैं तो एक ही pattern का Schreiben हमेशा लिख रहा था. I was not doing the other Schreiben.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So this is a mistake that the students do. They practice one pattern, but they're not practicing the other pattern. So please make sure that you practice both the patterns. And can you just explain the pattern, please?
Yes. The first and foremost thing that you should know is the format of the paper. If you're appearing for Goethe Zertifikat, the first question that comes in Schreiben paper is a persönliche email, which means a personal email. That means you're writing to a friend or a relative or family or anyone who's known to you. In a personal email, you have to do the addressing according to that, and the end of the email and everything. The content would be in do form, which is the most important thing. You address people with do form when you know them. And then in the second part, you get a blog entry, or let's say Meinung äußern in German, where you have to express your opinion within 80 words. Usually what happens is there's a paragraph given where one person has commented on that web series or web show or a radio show or whatever it is about that topic. So what you can do is you can relate to it. Either you can agree with it or disagree with it. You have to use proper redemitals, the ending and starting, everything.
Yes.
And that has to be completed in 80 words. And then in the third question, you get a formal email. That means you're writing to a boss, maybe you're writing to a company or something, to a library or tourist agency, it could be anything. And that email should be completed within 40 words.
Very important, it has to be very precise. Don't exceed this limit.
Yes, absolutely. And obviously Z form should be used, proper redemitals and proper coherence should be there. So first and second question is of 40 marks each, and the third question is of 20 marks and should be completed within 20 words only.
Okay, perfect. Let's come to the second part, which is grammar.
Yes. Mostly every now and then what students forget is that they are appearing for B1 level exam. They are only concerned about fulfilling the Aufgabe, the question that has been asked to them. So they are only focused on fulfilling that. What they forget is that they have to show their grammar. They have to show that they know B1 level grammar.
And vocab.
Yes, absolutely. Vocabulary is important. You should know the synonyms, the articles, their meanings, the connectors, prepositions.
Yes, very important. And please make sure that when you write down the Schreiben, you use your vocabulary, at least of B1. Don't use the vocabulary of A1 and A2. Very, very important. Yeah. The third should be the third point, which I would discuss in the video, will be readimital.
Yes. I would suggest radimetals are the last resort. So if you have been studying German for a long time, you would know enough phrases and enough words to be completely natural. But of course, if you have less time and you are in a hurry, if you're appearing for the paper soon, then you can just take help of the radimetals. They take up half of the space or half of the words. So you can use proper radimetals, and maybe you can modify the radimetals in your own way. That way you can be real with the content.
Yes. The fourth, very important, is correlation. So they start with something and they end with something.
Yes.
Yeah. So please discuss about the correlation.
So you have to make sure of keeping in mind the thema that has been asked to you or given to you. What students do is they start with something else and they completely start talking about something else. They forget, even if you're changing the topic, maybe if you're talking about advantages and then you're moving to disadvantages, there should be a proper correlation. This shifting should be done with proper phrases and proper vocabulary.
Yes. And the fifth, the most important, the repetition of the words.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that I would like to relate with the synonyms part that we have discussed first. You are at B1 level now, and what is expected out of you is to not repeat words at all. You should know how to say or how to express one single thing in many different ways. You should know different phrases, synonyms for those words to replace them if you want to use them once again. Instead of using them once again, you use a synonym.
Yeah, correct. And apart from this, when we connect with the sentence, please make sure you're using a lot of connectors and you're not repeating them, because it's very difficult. It's not only in German, it's in English also. When we appear for the IELTS, this is what exactly said there. So if you have any question related to German language, or you wanted to know about overseas education in Germany, or you wanted to learn German language, you're most welcome to contact us. We would be very happy to help you out. Thank you for watching this video.